Zach may, but not right now. Here they come. And Lynn gets to the outside. Lynn, Phillips, Barden, Radzik, and Silvernail. Kennison on the outside. Leon Kennison trying to, oh, hang on. Alex Barden got it sideways. And they come off the corner nearly 3 wide. Mike Radzik still holding on to the 4th spot. Alex Barden now underneath Phillips. He's going for 2nd spot. Barden into the 2nd hole. Phillips goes to 3rd. Then Radzik and Kennison. Hillary Renault, then Silvernail, Buseal, and Phillips Sr. Alex Barden getting loose. The 7 goes way up the banking, but Barden holds on. Barden, Phillips, Renault, Radzik, Kennison, Silvernail, Buseal, and Phillips. Halfway, hang on. Everybody getting a little sideways and still all going green. The 7 drives it down onto the grass. Gets back under power. Spinning his Buseal over in turn 2. And a caution is on the racetrack for this, for Buseal. I don't know what happened with him. Here they come. Up through the gears, Zach Lynn, Alex Barden, Hillary Renault. Barden goes out wide. Hill hits the brake, gas. Coming down to complete lap 6, it's Lynn, Renault. Then Barden, Kennison, Phillips, and Silvernail. Zach Lynn on top in this qualifier. Renault 2nd. Barden holding on to 3rd. Kennison 4th. Silvernail moves up to 5th as the rest of the field starts to drift toward the back. Two laps left in this qualifier for the Young Guns. Check that. The Lightning stocks. Lynn, Renault. Barden, Kennison, and Geyer, your top 5. Radzik, a little bit loose coming in as he had to brake on the back of the 4. 1 lap left. Lynn and Renault. Lynn now stretches it out down the back stretch. He'll come down looking for the checkered flag and take that as he crosses the stripe for the qualifying win. Renault 2nd. Barden 3rd, Kennison 4th. 5th belongs to the 4 of Silvernail. And the 6th and final qualifier, technically, is the 7 of Radzik. Here they come. Green is out. Mackey gets the jump. Jay Mackey leads the field into the turn. On the outside, McKnight diving down to the inside, trying to get a piece of that action. Coming off the corner, Devin Guy drops it low, takes the lead. Mackey 2nd. Now the 76 rolls in to take over the 2nd spot. Mackey pushed to the outside. Skillings comes up into 3rd. Tim Paquette sees a little daylight going into turn 3. He'll try to sneak into 4th spot. And he does. Devin Guy, Kevin McKnight, and Desmond Skillings. Tim Paquette, Jay Mackey, and Justin Fayford. Then Zach Morse. Devin Guy in a car he bought from Mike Stebbins turned his car over to his sister, who's looking for time to get a new front end put into it, rack and pinion. Devin Guy, the battle right now for 2nd spot. McKnight and Skillings. Skillings testing it in turns 3 and 4. 5 laps in the books, 3 to go. Skilling's the outside of McKnight. Mustang versus Integra. Skilling still trying to stay out there and hold on. Try to get a second spot. 2 laps to go. McKnight had him at the line. Skilling's up to the outside. He'll take over second this time. Gets a little wide off of 2. McKnight's coming back. Meanwhile, Devin Guy's just cruising away there. Skilling's back to second spot on the outside. Just doesn't have enough room to drop down in front. Once again, washes up. Checkered flag is waiting. Here it comes. Devin Guy will pick up the win in this first qualifier for mini stocks. Skilling secures second. McKnight third, Paquette fourth, and Bayford fifth. They roll the green and roll off turn 4. Jacobs, Hool, and Mayer. Curtis goes up the banking. Hang on, Billy Chafee fighting for a spot there with Ben Williams. Chafee in a car he bought about a month ago. Louis Mayer moves into second. Mayer driving down to the bottom of turn 4. He's going to come off the corner with the lead. Jacobs, then Hool, then Jacobs. Louis a little loose in turn 1 though. Louis Mayer, Pat Hool, and Darren Jacobs top 3. Jared Curtis and Ben Williams 4 and 5. Williams a bubble car. Louis Mayer trying to hold on to that. Pat Hool chasing him down. Everybody up against the Armco underneath the signs. Louis Mayer got a better entry into 3 and 4. Comes out with a better lead. A little bit loose there for Pat Hool coming off the corner. Darren Jacobs sitting back there just watching what's going on. Half a straightaway back to Jared Curtis and Ben Williams. Ben Williams trying to put a move on him now, coming down into 3. Jared just drops down there and shuts the door on him. For a teenager, Curtis has plenty of experience, knows his way around a short track. Up front, 1 lap to go for the front 3. Here's Williams trying to edge Jared Curtis out and does it at the wire. Williams will take over the 4 spot. Curtis goes back to 5th. Meanwhile, up front, here comes Louis Mayer off 4. He'll pick up the checkers to win the second qualifier. Pat Hool, Darren Jacobs, Ben Williams, and Jared Curtis, your top 5 qualifiers. And we're ready to go green. Another one of the Tour competitors. Chase Curtis will lead him into the turn on the outside. Ethan Marsh coming up the inside. Matt Kimball not going to waste any time getting to the front. He's got one of the Tour guys right on his back bumper. Off the turn they come. It's Curtis, Marsh, Kimball, Pearl, and LeBlanc. Chase Curtis pushing hard. Kimball looks inside. They're going to string him 3 wide down the front chute. Kimball got that car to turn just right off the corner, sweeps up a little bit, moves Curtis up the banking, and then takes off. Curtis comes right back at him. A couple of our teenagers from the young guns of years past going at it here. Matt will be back in the Sportsman Mods just a little bit later on tonight. Ethan Marsh having some trouble as Pearl finds a groove, comes off at turn 2, drives it down into 3rd spot. Chase Curtis sitting back and watching the 50 take off down the track. Curtis, Pearl, Marsh, and LeBlanc, they'll be your top 5. 4 cars qualify out of this one, so the bubble car is Ethan Marsh. Alexander Pearl sees a little chance to go by Chase Curtis. Not quite enough. He looks to the high side of turn 3. 2 laps to go. Swings out toward the wall. Curtis stays on the low line going into 2. coming off the corner. Pearl's trying to pick up a little more room down there. Curtis doesn't give any at all. Coming down for the white flag, 1 to go. It's Kimball, Curtis, Pearl, Marsh, and LeBlanc. Last car to get the white flag. Bubble car is still Marsh. Coming down for the checkers. Matt Kimball gets it. Pearl on the outside, snags second. Third goes to Curtis, fourth to Marsh. He's the final qualifier. LeBlanc's the first guy out, and Beal is the second car. And Jeff Morse pilots the 99. Here they come. Justin Littlewood coming off the corner. Pomasco second, Leary, then Monahan. Beck drives it down to the infield, and there's some smoke coming out of there, but he gets it back to gear. Littlewood, Pomasco, Leary, Monahan, and Littlewood. Then Justin Littlewood and Eric Pomasco charging off the corner now with Leary trying to look inside for second. Joel Monahan and Cole Littlewood running 4 and 5. Top 4 will get the qualifier. Check that. Top 6 will get the qualifier. And a car in the bubble in that case will be Nancy Muni, Littlewood, Leary, Pomasco, Monahan, Littlewood, and your bubble car, Muni. Then it's Lescord, McGoldrick, and Morse. 10-lap qualifier for the Super Stocks, just 1 round for them. And then we move on to the Sportsman Modifieds. Leary on the outside of Littlewood now as they come off the corner here to complete lap 7. Littlewood holds on with a little bit of a bobble. Leary goes to the high side. Monahan's tracking him down in the backside. Leary down the outside. Trouble over in turn 2 as the 1 spins. Caution comes out as Monahan backs off. And right. Muni, Lescord, Morse, and McGoldrick, here they come. Justin Littlewood one more time trying to hold that front spot. Leary charging up the outside, down the backstretch into 3. And Cole Littlewood's trying right behind him. Coming off the corner to the stripe, it's Littlewood, Leary, Monahan, and Littlewood. Pomasco back to 5th. Lescord has moved into 6th spot. Now the battle in the turn. Leary on the outside, Littlewood on the inside, 1 lap to go. Leary looks like he might have it by a nose, but not much more. Could be a 3-wide charge here. They're going to have to back out of it. Here comes Justin Littlewood down to the inside. Can he take it back from Leary at the line? No. Leary gets the win. Littlewood second, Monahan third, Littlewood fourth, Pomasco. Here they come. Rolling to the green, jumping out to the outside, it's Johnson. Nate Johnson takes him high off of turn 2 and rolls down the backstretch. Cole Littlewood sits in second, Sontag third, Roby's coming up the outside. Whoa, hang on. Littlewood, nice piece of driving to square the car off because it back end wants to come around on him. Johnson, Sontag, now Roby sliding into 3rd spot. On the outside, it's Littlewood. Rollins running 4th. Barden 5, back in the 6th spot. Ignacio 7, LaPoche 8. Everybody's settled in at the halfway point. Johnson's got a substantial lead. Rollins looks like he might have a shot at the 5C if the 5C will settle into a groove. Littlewood rolls up the banking. Rollins can't get underneath. Gets down onto the speed humps and loses ground. Setting a quick pace, Nate Johnson, Cameron Sontag, and Brian Roby. Now the battle for fourth place shapes up. Rollins down on the inside of Littlewood. Coming off turn 2. Race to turn 3. It's Rollins in the 0-2 taking over 4th, kicking Littlewood back to 5th, Barton 6th, Ignacio and the push. Checkered flag coming up. The win goes to Nate Johnson, Cameron Sontag, Brian Roby, Jeff Rollins. Cole Littlewood in 5th, 6th qualifier is a 27. 62. It's Todd Warren from Sterling, Mass. Here they come. Rivette and Patnode. Kim Rivette will lead them down into turn 4 for the first lap. Look out, the 75's way up in the marbles. A little adventure off the top of the track and brings it back down. Up front, Rivette, Patnode, Monahan. The rest of them lined up front, running fast. Rivette, Patnode, Monahan. Then it's Flynn, Jarvenpaugh, Warren, LeClaire, and Ferrer. Kim Rivette on the brakes going in, on the gas coming out. Todd Patnode trying to square it off and get underneath. Rivette and Patnode, a couple of the more experienced drivers in this division, in this particular race, along with Jarvenpaugh, and the real veteran way back there in the 84, Eric LeClaire. Rolling down, complete 6, 2 to go. Rivette, Patnode, and Monahan. Flynn, Jarvenpaugh, Warren, LeClaire, and Ferrer. White flag coming out. Kim Rivette trying to stay ahead of Todd Patnode. Joel Monahan just wants to qualify for this one. He's going for a triple crown. He could win 3 different races if he had the luck. Here's the checkered flag coming off the corner for her qualifier win. Kim Rivette. Todd Patnode second. 3rd belongs to Joel Monahan. 4th to Mickey Flynn. 5th is Tyler Jarvenpaugh. Then Todd Warren in the 6th spot. 7th, Eric LeClaire. Brian Chapin, Matt Kimball. Here they come. Green is out. Whoa! Brian Chapin has a little twitch as he got on the gas, but recovered nicely. Slides in behind Paul Smith, drops down to the low side of the corner and goes underneath. And it's going to be Chapin taking the lead off of turn 2. Nice piece of driving. Matt Kimball, he's going to look for a little daylight behind the Paul Smith car too. It's not coming up here just yet. Glenn Corner running in the 6th spot in this first time on the high banks. Ben Byrne had to get on the binders as he tries to go underneath the 50 of Kimball. Kimball just hanging back there waiting for Smith to make a mistake. Here he comes. Smith came out wide. Kimball powers it down into the corner, snags 2nd spot away, drags Ben Byrne right behind him, and that means the door's open for Keith Carzello. Had a little bit of a bobble in turn 2, but recovers. On the outside, Paul Smith handling pretty well and trying to hold his spot. Chapin, Kimball, Byrne, Carzello, Smith, Corner, and Bergenti. 2 laps left. Corner actually looks like he might have a chance to get around Smith if he can find the daylight. Whoa, contact! Got a piece of Smith by mistake as Smith checked up, and that will spin him off the track and cost Corner a spot in the field. Paul Smith is not going to get the caution And we are going to get the checkers for Brian Chapin, Kimball, Byrne, Carzello, Bergenti. Corner's probably going to get penalized a spot. Michelle, Staddy, Chafee, green flag. Clark jumps out. Staddy moves into second spot. Michelle Lay high in third. Chafee trying to make a move up the inside for a third spot. Does it out of the field. Michelle goes to fourth spot. Here comes Nowakowski and Vincent. Bruce Clark, Jeff Staddy, Craig Chafee. Chafee moves Staddy out of the way, not purposely. Staddy's got a wicked push. Holy moly. Hang on. Boy, that thing took off on him. Staddy's got to woe it down and get the car settled down. Michelle Lay goes to the back. Here's Chafee underneath Clark. Chafee, Nowakowski wiggles in the corner. Has Vincent backing off. Laughlin up to fourth. Kalzaka running in the 5 spot. Make that the 6 spot. Chafee, Nowakowski, Vincent. Laughlin, Clark, and Nowakowski. Nowakowski sweeps into the 5th spot underneath Clark. Craig Chafee, hoping he can get another victory. It's been a while since he's been in victory lane. Way back in June. Chafee, Nowakowski, Vincent, 1, 2, and 3. Laughlin, Kazaka, 4 and 5. Bruce Clark, 6. V in 7. Goddard, 8. 9 is the 48 for Lay, and Jeff Staddy in the 10 has decided the car is too evil and he's taken it into the pits. Less than 2 to go. Craig Chafee on top. Nowakowski and Vincent running the top 3. Ed Laughlin, Nowakowski, all trying to chase down your leader. Vian using a little bumper rub on Clark, but just can't get him to move out of the way. Thumping him coming off of turn 2, and finally doesn't manage it. Here's the checkers. Chafee, Nowakowski, Vincent, Laughlin, and Kozaka to the line. Clark just beats out Vian. Then it's Goddard and Lay. Stoddy in the pits.
From each of 2 heat races go to the possible invert. We'll tell you a little more about that later on. Right now, Jimmy Zullo, Scotty McMichael. Green flag flies. McMichael is away. Through turns 1 and 2, side by side. Zullo, crossed up, gathers it up. McMichael will go to the head of the class. Luscolo trying to work his way around. Jimmy Zullo all over the racetrack in car number 10, trying to hang on. As Mike Scortelli moves to 3rd. Here comes Casagrande. He'll come to 4th. Josh King now to 5th. As Jimmy Zullo continues the slide from the pole position. Josh King to the inside of Corey Casagrande. Can't make that work out in front. Scotty McMichael out by a couple of car lengths. On the champion spark plugs, number 39 of Nick Luscolo. Scotty McMichael nearly won a Sportsman Modified Championship here at Monadnock Speedway a year or 2 ago. Now driving for Bobby Labine here in the Granite State Pro Stock Series. The car formerly competed by Labine himself. Also, Corey Robert did some driving at the wheel of that 72 car. Robert is Bobby Labine's nephew. But for 2017, McMichael and Labine have hooked up and seen some success in the early going. At the stripe, Bobby Lay in check. Crossed flags, halfway, 6 down, 6 to go. Luscolo starting to reel in Scotty Mack. Very different lines being run by these 2 competitors. Scotty Mack up high in turns 1 and 2. Luscolo goes all the way to the bottom. Down in 3 and 4. Scotty McMichael right to the bottom of the racetrack. Luscolo trying a slightly higher line. As now Josh King to the inside on Scortelli. That's for the 4th position, the final invert position. Corey Casagrande in third in the 7. Joel Monahan trying to work his way forward. He and Jeff Jolly, a couple of rookies duking it out. Jolly just his second start in the series. Monahan in his first start in the series as Scotty McMichael continues to show the way. 9 laps in the books now for McMichael, looking to pick up the heat race win. Off of turn number 2, McMichael continues to hold off Nick Luscolo in that yellow number 39. McMichael, 2 laps to go now, 2 to go for the former Monadnock Speedway regular. Luscolo in second. Casagrande, the Casagrande Builders number 7 in third. Then it's Josh King and Mike Scorzelli. White flag flies, one more trip around. Off of turn number 2, down the backstretch, Scotty McMichael by several car lengths over Luscolo now. Off of turn number 4, Scotty McMichael's going to pick up the heat race win. Luscolo will come across second. Third goes to Corey Casagrande. Then it's Josh King in fourth. Mike Scorzelli in fifth. And we are underway. Kind of a shaky start there. Looks like race control going to let it go. Tommy O'Sullivan and Jeremy Harklerod playing some games. O'Sullivan able to get out in front now, joined by his brother. Tommy O'Sullivan, the elder of 2 brothers. Mike O'Sullivan, the younger of the 2 in that black and red 08. Jeremy Harklerod in the 51 is third. Then it's Guy Karen and Travis Benjamin. Karen looks to the inside of Harklerod, nowhere to go. Travis Benjamin now with a run to the inside of the 42. Guy Karen slams the door now. Barry Gray looks to the outside on Benjamin. Tommy O'Sullivan out in front. Won the Claremont Speedway event a month and a half or so ago. A horrible event at White Mountain Motorsports Park last time out. That car all tore up by the end of that event. Mike O'Sullivan won here at this racetrack in 2016. Former series champion runs in second. Jeremy Harklerod runs in third. That's car number 51. Then it's Guy Karen. That battle for third is a good one. 4 cars right there together. Harklerod's got it, doing a nice job of holding off Guy Karen. Karen with a mirror full of Travis Benjamin. Benjamin being very, very patient here. Clearly has a quicker race car. Just not doing anything to upset the apple cart, if you will. Now Benjamin looks to the outside. Nothing doing there as they come off turn number 4. As we are just past halfway here in heat race number 2. Up onto the backstretch. Benjamin continues to work on Guy Karen off of turn number 4. Tommy O'Sullivan out in front. Baby brother Mike in second. Jeremy Harklerod is third. He's gotten away by a couple of car lengths from that battle for fourth. As Guy Karen continues to feel the heat from Travis Benjamin. Looks like Benjamin might be just throwing in the towel here, saving the tires for the feature event. Benjamin now with another shot at that position as we are 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Benjamin knows he's got to go if he's going to make the invert. Benjamin, hard left, turns to the inside on Guy Karen, pulls the car alongside. Nice move by Travis Benjamin there as he continues to work over Guy Karen. He'll take the spot. Barry Gray now works to the inside, looking for the 5th spot. But it's Tommy O'Sullivan, the black and orange car number 4. Mike O'Sullivan comes across second. Third will go to Harklerod. 4th to Travis Benjamin. Then it'll be Barry Gray, Guy Karen, Cabral, and Paler round out the field.